Hey guys, what's going on? BMcG here, and we have war number 1 of season 34. This is the first season of Mystic Dispersion in the expert tier of Alliance War, which is tiers 1 and 2, or expert map. My rank 4 Immortal Abomination and rank 3 Mr. Fantastic are getting tons of use this season. I'm really excited to show you guys all these fights that I have. We're starting off on path 7 using Mr. Fantastic for this Mojo, and I did not realize this node changed. You guys will see in a quick second what the node is, but it's Conflictor. It used to be Kinetic Transference. So Mr. Fantastic would have worked here easily if it was Kinetic Transference. But Conflictor, I don't think you really want to use Mr. Fantastic for. So this fight's pretty rough. I didn't realize the node changed. My officer, him and I both overlooked it because he sent me the assignment after. I'm like, oh yeah, it looks great. And then, it is what it is. Right there, I was a bit slow on the heavy attack. I allowed Mojo to dex. So I was a little bit flustered going into this because I saw that I lost 2 of my debuffs. And then when I used my special 2, I didn't parry beforehand. And I didn't get the 2 other debuffs on my second special 2, which would have helped with my damage, ending this fight quicker. So this fight is it's not ideal. I don't think I would ever want to use Mr. Fantastic here again. I wasn't even able to save my debuffs there, so now we're just playing like Mr. Fantastic without his debuffs. So right here, I hope I get my special 2, and we got it. Got all 3 debuffs. We're looking semi-decent, but we push him red. You never want to push Mojo red. Did I invuln? I did invuln. No, I didn't invuln. So no, we're taking just straight damage on the special 3. And he's also going to degen us, so we take a decent amount of damage here. It is what it is. That's what happens when we overlook our fights. But it is what it is. We get out of it cleanly at the end. Sorry to spoil it, but yeah, this is not a fight I ever want to do again. Hindsight, I probably should just use Mortal Abomination. And invuln right there. I thought I got a clean parry, but Conflictor ate the parry stun. So yeah, we finish off the special 2 here. Not my cleanest showing, but for what the node combo and champ combo is, I feel like this was decently clean. So next up on Vivified, we have Vision Arcus. This is a Doom fight. This fight's super straightforward. Just Doom cycle him and he's done. So I'll catch you guys at the next fight. So this fight was pretty smooth, a much needed smooth fight after that Conflictor Mojo. But next up, we're going to node 22, I believe this is. It is long shot on Power Snack. So I'm not trying to hyperanalyze this placement, but 2 things wrong with this placement in my opinion. Placing a Mystic on Power Snack is, like, in theory, it's a smart idea, right? Because Power Snack will give you power when you nullify a buff, as well as Mystic Dispersion giving you even more power. But Mystics are normally countered by Nullify Immune Science Champs or Buff Immune Science Champs. So you already have that covered. Like most cases, you just send Spider-Man 2099 here, but he was banned. Or you send Overseer, he'd work just fine here. So Mystic Defenders on these nodes are not the greatest in my opinion. And then the second offense was placing a Mystic Dispersion Defender, a champ or group of defenders who have a whole attack tactic built just to counter them. So we have 25 attacking options. Some of them not the greatest, but there's plenty of buff immune characters now with the Defiance attack tactic that this placement is just wasted in my opinion. Long shot's better on a different node. So yeah, this just becomes a standard long shot fight with Mr. Fantastic. By the time backup recovery kicks in, we will have our Petrifies high up. We have 2 right now, so that's an 80% reduction in power gain. Now we're at 3. So once he gets to 50%, that's 120 ability power gain reduction, 120%, which means we'll reverse it. So it's just super straightforward fight because Mr. Fantastic's buff immune with this node or the global tactic. So yeah, it just becomes like a parry heavy, even though Mr. Fantastic's more than that. Yeah, so now we're going to just spam special ones to finish to try to build up more debuffs. That way when we finish, we get more persistent charges. I do want to say, it's been a long time since I used Mr. Fantastic on attack. I used him, I think, last in Season 29 or Season 30. I think Season 29, when I was with NXTP1, I used him a lot. And then when I was with DSVG in Season 30, I used him a couple times. But yeah, long shot, that was a pretty straightforward fight in my opinion. But next up, we're going up Path 1 in Section 1. First fight we have to take is AntiVenom. This is a rank 4 AntiVenom, which I think is really cool. I respect unique rank ups, but there's Reinvigorated and Unblockable. So every time he gains a regen buff or passive or effect or whatever, he'll gain like a charge, and once you hit 10, he'll go unblockable for X amount of seconds, right? So in hindsight, this is really good placement, and I think I would use Mr. Fantastic again here. But this is a Nimrod fight in my opinion, because you can remove the regen passives, and Nimrod's I think Blitz protocol. So yeah, it's a Nimrod fight. But Mr. Fantastic's fine here if you're comfortable with intercepts and playing around a fully unblockable opponent. So every time you strike AntiVenom, I think it's with a non-critical. No, it's a critical hit. No, it's non-critical hit. He gains a regen passive, and yeah, that will obviously build up to 10. We're at 8 right now. He's got 9 passive unblockable charges, and he's fully unblockable right now. So we have to play him like he's. I mean, there's no playing him like he's fully unblockable if he is fully unblockable, because there's no like he is. So I just got to be careful with my my intercepts. Don't want to try to parry, don't want to block. Getting some nice light intercepts. Thankfully we don't lose our debuffs on him at all this fight. I think we lose these because I don't knock him down in time. Yeah, we still get these other ones that we still have, so it's okay, it's salvageable. I thought we weren't going to lose them at all, but yeah, so now we're just going to spam special 1 to try to end the fight with as much debuffs as possible. Even though we're at 6 persistent charges, it's just a habit I have with playing Mr. Fantastic. But yeah, I tried going for an intercept there because I thought he was still fully unblockable, but he wasn't. Thankfully, this AntiVenom was playing nicely and allowed me to do a lot of light intercepts, and he threw his specials when I needed him to. So solid fight. I don't know if I want to do it again, but I mean, if I get assigned it, I'll be fine with it. It's just most people, I just say send a Nimrod there. Next up, we have Mysterio on Buffet over time, And again, this is the same kind of issue with long shot being placed on node 22. Mysterio is a Mystic Dispersion defender, and there's a whole attack tactic set up to counter Mystic Dispersion. So any node that's going to try to nullify buffs, you should just automatically assume that people are going to be using Defiance attackers there. So not trying to give you guys all kinds of tips and secrets on how to best place your defenders, but yeah, that's normally how I try to look at it. There's no point in trying to add on to a defender's abilities with buffet, or like enhance someone's nullifying ability, especially if there's a tactic made to counter it. Like placing Man-Thing on buffet and like a story quest is like, yeah, it's solid. It's going to be a solid lane. It's going to be a solid fight. But like in war, you're already going to be sending a dedicated counter to buffet. There's no reason to place Man-Thing on a buffet node if someone's already going to be sending a counter to buffet, because that counter to buffet will likely counter Man-Thing. So it's just a waste of placement, in my opinion. So the same thing kind of happens here with Mysterio. But, you know, nothing against it. It's still early in this tactic for everyone in Tier 1 and everyone in Tier 2. So people are still going to learn what's best. And yeah, I hope for Loki, I hope the rest of us figure out what's best early on. And I mean, we're looking pretty decent so far. I don't want to spoil the next few war videos or anyone else's war videos in my alliance. I don't know who's posting this season. I know Taters is. I think I know Mike is as well. So yeah, Mysterio down, solid fight. Next up, we have America Chavez on node 50. This is Safeguard. What's the other nodes? If they have a regen buff, they are unblockable. She doesn't have that, so it doesn't apply. So it's basically just a Safeguard America Chavez. And we're using my rank 4 Abomination. This dude's an absolute beast. It's a super quick fight. So yeah, we're getting right into it. My strat with iBomb in most fights is just special 2 and special 1 spam. There's no need to stack toxic auras in war. Meaning like loop back-to-back special 2s. I don't think it's needed. So like right here, get hit by a special 1 because I'm a scrub. I'm used to being super close to her when she launches it, so I'm used to like the quick dex timing. But now we got our special 2 off. We need her to play into us. We just need to get a couple combos in and build special 1. We do. And we're at 6 poison debuffs on us, and she's just being rinsed by this acid burn. 4,000 damage per tick, 8,000 damage per second. It's pretty sweet. He's absolutely awesome. Gets hit a little bit, not a big deal because I'm running Inequity. Super underrated mastery. It reduces her attack by I think 36% when I have enough debuffs. So super cool. Pair that with your health boosts and chant boosts. You're going to be chipped down a lot less. So next up we have Null on 53, Polka Dot Power, Stunning Reflect, Stun Vulnerability, and we're using iBomb here. We joked, my planner, Steve, he knows I dislike Doom, so he said Doom or iBomb for Null, essentially. And we were all just joking. It's like, why would I ever try to use Doom more than I have to? Granted, we wouldn't use Doom here regardless. Relying on that shock for power is not that great. And iBomb has constant poisons, meaning constant power. So yeah. Null special 2 is kind of annoying because he just like leaps at you like Tiger would, but you could block that first hit when he lunges at you and then back out of it. Sometimes I just try to block as much as I can. I'm using iBomb, so like who cares? He's a tank. So like right here, see how he hits me. I could have backed out on that first hit, but no big deal. So yeah, iBomb is just an absolute tank. He's amazing with this node. The season's going to be tough because there's so many good Defiance attackers, and then there's also Spider-Man 2099, there's Torch, there's Mr. Negative, there's Overseer. There's tons of characters who can work for this global, and I'm really excited to see how this plays out. It's going to be tough to get some kills, but yeah, we ended up losing this war. Don't remember the score. Don't care to look, but yeah, that's going to do it for me. If you guys are ready for the next few videos, and let me know in the comments or hit the like button or something like that. Forgot how to do this because it's been like 21 days. So I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace out, guys.